Hi, I'm Rachel Lynn, and I'm on a journey to get out of my student loan debt and lose some weight along the way. If any of that interests you, go ahead and click that red subscribe button down below and join me on this journey. There's a fly. Today I am going over my August budget, and for the last couple budgets I have not been showing my face because I've been trying to work out some kinks and haven't always felt like being on camera. I don't know if you can relate, but yeah, I just haven't felt like it. But I think I have figured it out. I'm hoping that this works. I've done a couple of test runs, so this should be working. And it's time for the August budget recap. Yes, that is right. It is time to recap August budget. August still has a couple days left in the month, but I'm going to go ahead and close out the month and any other spending, which I don't know that I'll be doing any spending. If I do, more than likely it would happen on Saturday, the last day of August, and because it's on the weekend and things won't fully go through until after the holiday. It's a holiday weekend at that, so things won't fully go through until like September 3rd, I guess. That's Tuesday. Yeah. So any spending that happens, I will just put that in my September budget and it should be fine. But everything else, all my bills are paid, everything else has come out the way that it should, and so I am ready to go for the new month. If you have been following my Money Monday videos, then you'll probably already have a really good idea of how I have been spending in August. I haven't really spent a whole lot, but there is an area or two where I have gone over budget, and then there are some big surprise purchases that I have made, like big purchases that I have made, but of course this is everything, so even if you have been following me on Money Mondays, you still don't know everything yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the budget. So I haven't added any notes since I set up my budget, but I don't have an official income for August. I didn't really make all that much money in August, and so I really had to pull a lot of money from savings, and you will actually see that when we go over to my known allocations, which I'm about to do that next. So here are my known allocations. This is just regular things that come out automatically or something that doesn't quite fit in other categories. If I was living on my own instead of living at my parents' house, this is actually where I would put in my rent, and which actually I do have rent because I do pay my parents' rent, but I would also include my electricity and water and any other bills that I have to live. Then I would put all that in my known allocation section, but because I do live at home, my parents just have one flat rent that covers everything, including gas, water, electricity, even most of my food, so that just kind of goes under here. So for my church, there were 4 Mondays in the month of August, and every Monday they pull out automatically the giving for my church. This is completely on my own, so I say that they pull it out, but it's something that I have set up personally just so that I do not forget to give. So I give $30 a week right now, and so that is $120 total for the month. For my savings, you can see here where I pulled out $891.17 in order to live. I think I'm going to do things a little bit differently on that. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go ahead and put everything into savings that I need to. Actually, I forgot to change this part, so I'm going to do that with you here in just a little bit. So I didn't need that much, and I'm going to go ahead and put everything into savings. That is because I actually do 90 to 99% of my spending is done on credit cards, and then I just use my bank account to pay for that. And so instead of transferring money back and forth and being confused and all of that, I'm just going to keep it in my Capital One 360 savings because that actually earns interest, whereas the account that this is just kind of like my main budget, but it also keeps track in my main bank account, and my main bank account that I have does not earn interest at all, and so I would actually rather keep everything in my Capital One 360 accounts because it does earn interest. It's not a whole lot, but it's more than nothing. So even though I'm doing things a little bit differently, you won't really notice that much of a change in my budget because I'm still going to track everything the way that I have always been tracking. But I didn't need this whole amount, so what I'm actually going to do is here in a little bit, once I've gone over the whole budget, I am going to show you how much I've actually put back in my account and how much is actually going back to savings. So my rent is actually $200, but I have a minimum payment for my Nelnet undergrad degree for $273.66. My parents are paying for my undergraduate degree, and so instead of paying my parents and then my parents paying that, I just pay Nelnet, and then my parents give me the money to make up the difference. My graduate loan payment, my graduate loans are completely on me, 100%. My parents made that clear when I decided to go to grad school, and my minimum payment on that is $110.24. Then I, of course, am not making an extra student loan payment because everything is staying into savings until I actually have a job. And then I don't typically add anything to my extra checking account. That's just where I keep half of my emergency fund and where I pay all of my credit card bills and things like that from. Then going down here to my sinking funds, I put $95 towards my sinking funds. Part of that was for my, big part of that was for my car insurance, which I actually paid this month. And then the other part of that is for family time. I do continue to add to my family time. My mom is very sick. She needs a transplant, and there is a very real possibility that if she gets a transplant, she will not be around for a couple of weeks. And there have been a couple of hospital stays where she has been in the hospital for a couple of weeks as well. And so I just want to be able to have money available just in case I need to go visit her. She's really far. Both of the transplant hospitals that she's getting listed on are more than an hour away, so I want to be able to have money to go visit her if needed. I also want to have money just in case we want to do something fun together, and I don't want to miss out on that because the time I have left with my family is precious, and so it is worth $25 a month going in and just being saved for just in case. Then my HP Instant Ink, that is an ink service that I have for my computer in order to print, and they provide ink for me, which is much cheaper than buying ink in the store. That is $5.29 a month. And then my Verizon bill was $53.95. I also got gas only one time this month. Wait, that's not true. I got gas twice. Okay, so I had a little bit of work to do and I completely forgot that, yeah, I spent some more money on gas. Twice this month. Twice? Not too bad, actually. I plan for about 4 fill-ups a month. That's just kind of generally if I'm driving every day. But I've been avoiding driving. I've been avoiding spending money. And so that really helped me out this month by not really doing a whole lot of driving or going places. And so I only needed to fill up twice. And that was really just because I had to fill up so early on in the month. Then in groceries, I spent nothing. I really didn't buy any. I've been avoiding them. There are some things that I would love to have here that my parents don't buy, but I've just really been making do with whatever we have here at home and really trying to not spend money. In my teaching allocation, I spent nothing. There's not really anything that I really need as far as teaching is concerned because I'm not teaching. I don't have a job right now, so there's nothing that I need to spend on. I don't know what I would get because I don't know what grade I'm going to be teaching because I am still looking for a new job. I do keep that on there just in case I need something like resume paper or anything like that, but I really have been getting away with not actually using resume paper because I put it in a binder in sleeves and you can't really tell what kind of paper it is. Then for my spending allocation, I did go over in this one. So I spent $1.10 at the post office. That's not what pushed me over, but that was kind of a buy that I didn't need because I do have stamps at home, but they're forever stamps, so I mean eventually I'm going to need them anyway. Then I had a bank fee of $6, and that's because I'm no longer getting direct deposit because I am not working anymore. So that was a surprise to me. I completely forgot that my bank waives that fee because of direct deposit. So I don't know if they have any other options for me, and I might be able to get that waived if I got a job like soon and I could tell them, hey, I'm a teacher and I was just switching jobs and was off for the summer, and they'd probably give me some leniency, but I don't have a job right now, so I can't really ask for leniency when I don't have proof of future direct deposits, so I'm not doing that yet. I do have Apple iTunes storage for 99 cents a month. I went to Sephora to get some new makeup that I needed. That was $42.40. This is kind of needed. If I don't look my best for interviews, then I'm probably not going to get hired. So I kind of feel like that was a true necessity, and I am still using my last bottle to the last little drop of foundation and the last little bit of powder as well. I also went to Bath and Body Works. I used up a gift card that I've had in my wallet for almost 2 years, and that was a $15 gift card. I spent $1.96 for, $16 worth of stuff, and I feel like that was a pretty good deal. So I did go over, but it was only $12.45. I actually thought it would be a lot worse than that. I thought I had given myself $25 for spending, so I don't remember giving myself $50 for spending. So yeah, I don't know if I changed that or what, but I actually thought that I'd be way over. Then for my restaurant allocation, again, I went over, but it's not a whole lot. I spent $5.30 at KFC, $12.49 at Culver's, and $12.08 at Qdoba. Honestly, I've been eating out way too much. I usually use cash when I do go out. There's been well, maybe not usually, but there have been a few other times that I've gone out to eat and used cash, and considering I'm also on a weight loss journey, I'm eating out way too much. So I spent $29.87 in my restaurant budget. Then for weight loss, I did not purchase a 5K for September. I feel like I'm a little gun shy on getting a 5K for the next month, just because in August I completely missed my 5K. I had the wrong date, and I thought it was the next week, and I completely missed it, and wasted $38, and I don't want to waste that money anymore. And plus, like, I can do a 5K on my own, and I mean, like, I kind of miss doing them, but at the same time, like, I don't want to miss it and pay for it. Like, I'd rather just not do it than pay for it and not do it. That is completely on me, but still, I'm just a little nervous about getting a 5K, so I didn't get one for September, and if I do one, I will try to find one for free or just do one on my own. It's not as much fun, but it's a lot cheaper. Next up is my sinking fund. So I did spend quite a bit of money from there. I had my car insurance come out. That was $428.05. That is for 6 months. I'm not going to continue contributing to my car insurance because hopefully within the next 6 months I will actually have a job, and this fly is driving me crazy. But I had the money there, it was ready to go, and so I went on ahead and paid for 6 months of car insurance. I also got a new laptop. I spent $1,112.97 on a MacBook Air, and then also like a dongle to plug everything in, and then also some wireless headphones. I went back to Best Buy because I got a Best Buy credit card, and this right here gave me $105 in credits to use at Best Buy, and I needed an external hard drive that was compatible with the Mac because I had a PC computer, and the other external hard drive that I had is not really compatible, so I got a new one, and also a new SD card, which did not live up to my expectations on that, but I spent the $100. I had $2.72 left. That is also going to come from wherever this comes from. Wherever my laptop stuff comes from, that's where this is going to come from. And then I also spent $422.80 for a FinCon ticket. So I am going to FinCon, and actually the day this comes out, I will be at FinCon. So and I will have been there a couple of days, and there's still a whole nother day, 2 days left to go. So I'm super excited to go. So hopefully I'm having a blast. I hope to meet a lot of really great people. I hope to meet a lot of you here on YouTube. And I also hope to meet other people that I don't know you yet. So I'm really excited. I did actually get $100 off for this. I had a little bit of help in that. That was definitely a plus in getting me to go. I'm not entirely sure where this is going to come from. I put it in as my laptop sinking fund right here. Since I have a laptop now, I'm actually not going to call it laptop sinking fund anymore. I think I'm going to change it to like a YouTube sinking fund, because according to my calculations, I should be getting a check from YouTube, my very first one. I should be getting one like next month, like September, maybe October. I'm not really sure how the pay period works, but I should be getting one pretty soon. I kind of think that now is the time to kind of like separate those finances as far as, I guess, business. It's just weird to like call this a business. Whether I get paid or not, I absolutely love YouTube. It gives me motivation and encouragement, but at the same time, if I can earn money off of this and make not having a job a little less scary, then that's why I'm going to FinCon. That's why I am kind of trying to maybe separate out my finances just a little bit. I'm not to the point where I need to worry about taxes right now, but hopefully I get to that point, and so it will be a lot easier to separate, you know, expenditures and all of that in the future. So I guess you can look forward to changes on my channel as far as, and in my budgets as far as how I handle different finances. So I think that's kind of why I've decided to maybe take all of this from my laptop fund, even though all that money wasn't in a laptop fund. I only had $350 in there. But of course, now you can see I have spent over $1,500 when I only had $350. So I have some figuring out to do, and I haven't gotten there yet. Moving on, let's go on to my income, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with that. So you can see here that I have actually earned some money this month. Yay! This was also kind of a personal factor that led me into going to FinCon. I'm just going to skim over this. I earned interest from Capital One 360. I made $6.19, and then I'm going to come back to achievement, but I'm going to go to this big number that you're probably already looking at. And yes, I made $461.93 from diet bets. I cashed out some bets that I had done. I have really been stalled on my weight loss the last couple months, but I lost so much at the beginning of the year that it's carried over and help me win those diet bets. I have $461.93 from diet bet, so very, very exciting, and I'm super glad to have had that. And not only that, but also weight loss related, I cashed out $10 from the Achievement app. That is actually an app that I have had since about January, and I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I have never gotten paid out until now. And what that is an app that you just download on your phone for free, and then it tracks your daily activities through other apps that you link to it. So I have both my Apple Health and my Fitbit apps connected to the Achievement app. It also gives you opportunities to take quick, and I mean quick, like a lot of times they're just like one-click surveys, like you click yes or no and you're done, and you get like 3 points. Sometimes they have articles to read, sometimes they have the surveys, so there's a little bit more to it. And so it takes that and gives you points for things that you do. So the more activity that you do throughout the day, the more steps you have throughout the day, the more points you get. The better you sleep, if you track your food. Once you reach 10,000 points, it's a lot of points, and it takes quite a while to get to that point. But once you finally do, then they give you $10, and there's no cost to you whatsoever. So I got my very first $10 from the Achievement app. I have a link down below for the Achievement app, and if you sign up for that, then I think you get some bonus points, and I get some bonus points for you signing up. So that can help us both out for sure. So I am super excited that I was able to make an income this month, mostly from diet bet that I'd almost forgotten about. And so I brought in $478.12 this month. So here is my budget overview, and you can see that I spent exactly what I needed to as far as giving to my church. I went in and made some adjustments on what I actually needed to pull in, and so my actual amount was $316.23 is what I needed to pull from savings. What that means is everything extra that I had is actually going to go back into my savings. I think since I don't have consistent income right now, it's a little confusing on how all of that's going to work, but it's a lot less than what I had originally anticipated. So I pulled in like over $800 thinking that's what I needed, but I only needed $300. So I'm super proud of myself for keeping costs low. Even though I went over budget in a couple of areas, I was able to stay under budget in more areas and worth a lot more too. This right here, my rent and my graduate loan payment, for my minimum payments on those, that's where most of my money went for the month. Going through the rest of it, I was good on here. My sinking funds was what I had planned. HP Instant Ink, for some reason Verizon is over again. I don't know why it's over, like a couple cents here and there. Maybe gas was, you know, over $25 under, groceries and teaching $25 each under, so that's, you know, that's $75 right there, and then another $50 right here from weight loss. So all of that well more than makes up for the $12.45 that I was over in spending and $4.87 that I was over in restaurants. So that is my spending for the month of August. I would love to know from you, how was your budget for the month of August? Did you go over? Did you stay under? Were you able to put a lot towards debt or towards savings, whichever one you are focused on? Leave me a comment down below and let me know all about it. Also, don't forget to like this video and share with somebody else that might be trying to get out of debt, especially if they are in between jobs. I know it's a struggle. I am personally going through that situation right now, so that is definitely something that I can sympathize with and maybe even help you out in that area if you know somebody that is struggling. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Why is the fan so loud? That's what I was trying to get away from. Oh, and I love Qdoba. Really?